Here's how to set up your hydraulic clutch system correctly. Number one biggest problem I see, when people go to replace their clutch master cylinders, they're unaware that most of the aftermarket push rod lengths are actually longer than the factory ones. When you compare the push rod length there, you'll actually see here, the gap is quite large, all right? So what will actually happen if you put that clutch master cylinder in your car now with it adjusted like that, you're actually leaving load on your master cylinder from the word get-go. Basically what that'll do is that'll cause your clutch not to retract correctly. The other issue I see is people then obviously go to adjust these, but what they don't realize is as they adjust them up, the actual thread itself ends up too long. The push rod will actually hit the pin, and then when you go to activate and push your pedal, it will actually bind up on that push rod. So quite simple solution. What you need to do is unwind this. You'll have to get a hacksaw or a grinder, and you're gonna cut pretty much over half of that thread off of there, all right? Easiest way to do it if you wanted to, again, is match it up to your original one. Have a look at your push rod length. There won't be a lot of thread adjustment left on there, but it's plenty. It's probably easier to set your full adjustment before you even put it on the car, match it up to the old one. You'll be able to obviously match it up, tighten it up, because these are an absolute pain in the butt to try and adjust under the dash, all right? The next issue that also we've seen that they track, when people replace their metal clutch line with like a braided clutch line, like this one, for example, if you don't get a replacement bolt for it, all right, with it, the reason being I say this is because the factory bolt is a lot longer than the aftermarket one to suit that braided hose. You'll see there's about a 10 mil difference in height. Then when you look at the original factory fitting, you'll actually see there's quite a difference in the height there as well, all right? Now, the reason I bring this up, so inside this slave cylinder where the hose bolts up to, is a little spring and a little relief valve. It's a little valve, it's got a tiny little hole in it. Now the purpose of this spring and this valve is to prevent all the fluid from pushing back into the master cylinder, causing a longer pedal than required. A lot of people will actually remove that, get rid of it altogether, which is fine. It still works, no dramas at all. If you've got that wrong bolt in there, and you're gonna push it in, you're actually gonna push that spring down, and that spring can't actually do its purpose. There's no movement in it, it's bottomed out. Alternatively, when you go to push your clutch down, it's going to stop the actual clutch from retracting, all right? So it'll hold pressure on the clutch fork. Hence, you'll end up with a slipping clutch. So, two options. Remove it, get rid of it, or just make sure you've got the right length bolt in there. Just another quick one. Many of you already know, I've sold a lot of these. I've got clutch bleeder extensions for these slave cylinders. Anyone that's tried bleeding a clutch on an XL knows how much of a pain in the butt it is to get down to that bleeder. And last but not least, obviously our clutch hose replacement. So this will get rid of the metal pipe, it'll get rid of the little rubber hose between the chassis and the gearbox. It comes with the correct length bolt, comes with new washers. I hope I've helped someone out with this information. We do stock both the clutch master and the slave cylinder. When we do sell our clutch master, I actually cut these rods before I send them out the door, okay, and set the adjustment on them so they're ready to rock and roll. So yeah, jump on the web shop, have a look if you're interested in them, and any questions or anything, please shoot me a message, give me a call, happy to help out.